anything without arguing, without asking, what are you telling me to do? Where will it lead? He was just to live with these animals, with trees and rocks, not talking and forgetting the human world completely. Because your mind is a human creation. Remember this thing, mind is human creation. If you live with the human beings, the mind is continuously fed. They say something, you say something, the mind goes on learning. It goes on revolving and the process continues. So go, the Master said, to the hills and to the forest, live alone, do not talk, and there is no use in thinking because these animals won't understand even your thinking. So drop all scholarship here. Shwaketu followed. He went to the forest and lived with animals for many years. For a few days, thoughts came in him, and it remained there in the mind. He thought that the deep desire arises to share. He learned the scriptures, so he sit down with the trees, with the cows, and start giving discourses. Then he realized all of a sudden that what is the use of talking to these people who are dumb? When you look at the people around, they are dumb. So the Master does not speak in that situation like the kind of talks that I am doing cannot be done in front of the people who are dumb. You all have attained to a certain degree of inner silence, inner serenity, that these talks can be mentioned to you. If a new thought are not felt, then you will become aware that mind is just repetitive, just a mechanical repetition. It goes on in a rut, and there was no way to get new knowledge. With new knowledge, the mind is always happy because there is something again to grind, something again to work out. The mechanism goes on. In the process, the cows took to multiply, Shwaketu become aware. There were 400 animals, birds and other wild animals, trees, rocks, rivers and streams, but no man and no possibility of any human communication. Sometimes when I go to these functions and these places, I find I am amidst the dumb people, and there is no possibility of any human communication. I may at the most give a gesture of a smile. When you are in a crowd, what you can do? Are people interested in listening to you? Nobody knows you there. Nobody recognizes you. The most you can do, give a gesture of a smile. You catch eyes with someone, just give him a gesture of a smile and continue remaining within you. These are the moments that can be, these are the opportunities that can be availed by a man of awareness. So there was no use of there was no possibility of human communication. There was no use in being very egoistic because these animals did not know what type of great scholar this Shwaketu was. Now imagine this is the situation when you are sitting down in your commuter rail, in your bus. Nobody knows that you are an officer, you are an everything. So, you will realize it is futility to keep my head high, that I am a very highly placed officer. They did not consider him at all. They did not look at him with respect. So by and by the pride disappeared, because it was futile that it even looked foolish to walk in prideful way with the animals. Even Shwetketu started feeling that if I remain egoistic, these animals will simply laugh at me. So what am I doing? Sitting under the tree, sleeping near the stream, by and by his mind became silent. The story is beautiful. The years passed by. The mind became so silent that Shwetketu completely forgot that when he had to return. He became so silent, even the idea was not there. The past dropped completely. With the dropping of the past, the future drops, because future is nothing else but the projection of the past, just the past reaching into the future. So he forgot that what the master had said. He forgot when he had to return. There was no when and where. He was just here and now. He lived in the moment just like the animals. He became a cow, innocent. This is the symbol that Sufis have chosen, the symbol of animal by using the wool. That symbolizes the innocence. But you are putting on the garb of a Sufi, and yet still the innocence is not looking through your gestures, through your behaviors, through your understanding. The story says when the animals became 1,000, they started feeling uncomfortable. They were waiting for Shwetketu to take them back to the ashram, and he had forgotten. So one day the cows decided to speak to Shwetketu and said, now it is time enough. We remember that the master said that you must come back when the animals become 1,000. And you have completely forgotten. Now is the time that we must go back. We have become 1,000. So Shwetketu went back with the animals. The master looked from the door of his hut at Shwetketu coming with 1,000 animals. He said to his other disciples, look, Shwetketu is coming. There are 1,001 animals. The master came to receive him. The master was dancing ecstatic. He embraced Shwetketu and said, now there is nothing to say to you. You have already known that silence is the only thing that you have to attain. All the methods of the master is to connect you to that silence. Why have you come? There is no need to come now. There is nothing to be taught. You have already known. Shwetketu said, just to pay my respect, just to touch your feet, just to be grateful, it has happened. And you have taught me that which cannot be taught. I must return. This is what a master is to do. Create a situation in which things happen. Therefore only indirect effort can be made. Indirect help, indirect guidance. And whatever direct guidance is given, wherever your mind is taught, it is not religion. It may be theology but not religion. It may be philosophy but not religion. This is the way of the masters. And this is all for this morning. To attain the silence. Feel this silence within you. Continue to revive and create the small moments when you can connect to this inner silence. When a master connects you to his inner silence and through his ways and means to your silence, Sufis call this as tavajjuh, Hindus call this as satsang, Jesus calls it as communion. Only this much for this morning. Take care.